Have you ever noticed that when you're in a bad mood, everything seems to go wrong? The traffic gets worse, the emails are a lot more annoying, and even your morning coffee tastes a little bit off. Now compare that experience to the days when you wake up inspired, just suddenly feeling in flow. The ideas start to come through, the opportunities appear, and the people around you seem to get it. They seem to come into sync with how you're feeling. What's the difference, you ask? It's definitely not luck, it's your vibration. Welcome to Awakened and Rising. I'm Patty Ferreira, your intuitive success catalyst, coach, and guide for powerful women ready to rise into alignment. On this show, we talk about soul-aligned strategies for ambitious, high-achieving humans like you to reach your full potential, raise your consciousness, and create aligned success without settling, suffering, and sacrificing. If this sounds like your jam, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can stay in touch, so you can stay connected with us. Today, we're diving into the law of vibration, a universal law that says everything is energy. Everything has a frequency, and you are always creating. Whether you realize it or not, you're always the creatrix of your current experience. Let me tell you a quick story. I'm typically very intentional about my vibe. I am often checking in with myself and just getting a feel for my energetic temperature. Throughout the day, I'll just go inward and check in. I also consciously devote time to specific practices that support my energetic hygiene. And recently, I felt a breakthrough. It almost felt like a chemical cap kind of lifted. It was a limiting belief around my power and my capacity, and it just kind of flushed through me and gave me a higher vibration. I felt it in myself because I could sense the ability to sustain more positivity, more possibility, and thoughts about new ways of working and showing up in the world. Like I could hold them for longer. I could envision things. I can flow in the thoughts of it and feel it without dropping my vibration into thoughts like, this is never going to happen, or thoughts like stop dreaming and stay in reality, right? That's how I knew I had raised my energetic standard. And days later, I was invited into a totally new industry to share my light. Something I never thought I would do, but sounded like fun, sounded adventurous, and I knew for a fact I had attracted this opportunity. My vibration was the magnet. My energy was on high, and I was able to stay on that high through my imagination, and that energy attracted something new and expansive. It was as if the universe was confirming to me, yes, go this way, follow this light, right? Why? Because I shifted my frequency first. Yes. We tend to think creation only happens in the big moves, like launching a program or signing a client or making, high amounts of money. But you're creating all the time. You're creating when you hesitate. You're creating when you people please. You're creating when you secretly doubt yourself. Even as you hit that post on your offer, if you're in doubt frequency, you're creating that. Here's where you could look at this in a more scientific way, where science meets spiritual. Your brain has a built-in filter. It's called the reticular activation system. It's trained to look for evidence of what you already believe. So if your dominant thoughts are, I'm behind, or no one's buying what I'm offering, or I'm not ready yet, your brain and your energy are actively scanning for proof of those beliefs. This is why mindset alone is not enough. You have to embody a higher consciousness. Your energetic baseline has to elevate. Your frequency has to be in alignment with what you're looking to bring in. So how do we work with the law of vibration? I mean, that's the question, right? Let's break it down into 3 practical parts so that we can understand how step by step we can move upwards and forward. The first is audit your vibration. Start noticing, how do you feel when you wake up? What's your dominant emotion by lunchtime? What stories are you speaking over into your life, into your day, with no shame and no judgment, just awareness? Step 2, choose a new frequency. If your current vibe is scarcity, overwhelm, fear, or just self-doubt, pause, ask yourself, what would I need to believe to feel more grounded today? What would I rather anchor into? It might be peace or joy. It might just be neutrality. That's very powerful as well. And then step 3, embody that shift. This is where we go from thinking to transformation. Put on music that moves you. Get into meditation, visualization. Take a pause or say the truth out loud. Breathe like someone who knows she's safe. Let your body receive and become the vibration that you're seeking. Now, remember, you don't have to be fake, and it doesn't take a long time for you to do this work. You don't have to be in this high vibing state 24/7, but you can become someone who returns to her truth over and over again. Create a comeback rate where you come back. That is the power. That is sovereignty. That is how you create a life that feels like home. You create an experience that's aligned with what you're looking to live. Now, if this episode sparked something in you, I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below and let me know what frequency you're choosing to anchor into this week. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Next week, we're talking about the law of correspondence and how your words literally shape your world. You don't want to miss that. And if you're ready to work more deeply with this energetic and all these emotional and energetic principles, check the links below to learn more about how we can work together. You're always creating. You're the creatrix of your life. So let's make it intentional. I'll see you next time. Have an amazing week. Mwah.